Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your What's Cracking for Thursday the 27th of September. I hope that's right. The 28th, I should have double checked. 24th Monday, no it is 27, beautiful. Glad I got that right. Before I go any further, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I know I'm just over the moon about it. I can't even explain to you. I'm nearly at 1,000 likes. I just never expected to even get that far. So for me, this has been so, I don't know, enlightening. I love that Spirit's on my side and wants me to share these messages, and I guess now I've seen it in their support. So thank you again. If you haven't subscribed yet, well, we'd love to have you on board. And thanks for all the returning people and all the people who've made such beautiful comments on my readings. Some of them have been quite funny. I love that you're responding to them. The cards are very lively this morning. That's nice, though. Four of Wands. I can't think of anything else. If my readings don't resonate with you, you don't have to come back and tell me why. You don't have to do what I've said in my readings. You just ignore that bit if it doesn't resonate with you. So if I see someone coming back from your past, well, then it's up to you to just say no to them. I'm only reading the general energies that are out there. And people from my past always come back, so I guess some of us still have that happening. Oh. There's some strange things going on here. I'm getting a lot of, that card came out I think in both readings yesterday. Getting a lot of movement in the cards this morning, which is pretty awesome. Okay, lively fellas, are you ready? Okay guys, what's cracking for Thursday? Alrighty. Oh, the Chariot, very nice. Finally, we have forward movement. So for those of you, and like myself and like many, many other people I've been reading for, we've all felt very, very stuck this last couple of months probably, where, you know, we've been waiting for things to happen that we've been told would happen. And of course it just plods on and plods on. And we're waiting for, well, we're not waiting, we get on with our lives. But what happens is in theory, things are just not happening, not moving forward. So the Chariot is a lovely card because it talks about moving or having forward movement. The other thing it talks about is taking your power back. So I really like this card because I feel like a lot of people out there are going, yep, not putting up with this shit any longer, moving on. Okay, so, you know, taking your power back is something. For example, you know, if you've had a person that you've been maybe on and off for a while, or maybe hasn't made a move but sort of keeps you in the loop all the time, then this is the time now when they will come up. They will start to move forward. So if people have been messing you around, if you feel like, you know, jobs aren't coming up for you to apply for, you know, generally the world has been very sort of stuck. Somebody called it this stagnant, was a person I read for the other day said she felt stagnant. So for all of you that this is happening, for me this is about now getting forward movement. Now I'm not big on astrology, but I know there are a couple of things happening at the moment that should propel us forward. You could look those up if you like. I know I've vaguely heard about them. I've got a friend who's very, very good with astrology and she talks another language to me. But I know that there are a couple of things happening, retrogrades, that will actually start to propel us forward. So let's hope so, hey? Alrighty, and reading. Okay, first card out, Queen of Cups. So you might be dealing with an Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer at the moment. This is a person who is, you know, maybe a little emotional at times, but it's sort of not an immature emotion. She's just an emotional person. She can often be seen as quite psychic. So if you're, you know, feeling this sort of psychic ability, you know, very good intuition, very good insight into things at the moment. This also means that, you know, somebody could be around you that's quite emotional, quite loving, caring. It could also represent the mother. She's just a beautiful person. So let's have a look. Why is she here? Okay, so look, we have the Ace of Pentacles coming up next, and this is a new start, and this is a new stable start. So when we talk about a stable start, what we're talking about is something that's offered that has stability. And we saw the Four of Wands jump out of the deck when we first started. So there is something coming up here that's more stable. It might be that you've been dating someone for a while and they want to take it to the next level. They may offer you marriage, security, living together, whatever floats your boat, but they're in to offer you something that gives you a little bit more security here. With the Queen of Cups here, if this is not your energy, it could be this person, but definitely someone's coming in to make you an offer. Okay, and then we have the Page of Swords. Now, this always says to me that the Page is a young energy, and the Page can be talking about people checking you out. So somebody could have been checking you out on your Facebook profile. It's got a bit of a stalker energy. But I feel like the reason this person's doing this is to see whether you're still single, whether you're attached, whether you're dating anyone before they come forward and make the offer. Because his sword is held high, so he's ready to speak the truth to you. Whether that be an apology, whether it be just, a simple truth such as, we've been dating for a while and now I want to take this to the next level. I love you. I feel very strongly about this. Those sort of things are your truths. Things that you haven't heard from this person before. But definitely they are ready to do that. Okay, and then your next card out is the Hanged Man. So for some unknown reason here, this is going to throw you into a little bit of a loop. Rightio. So it's very possible that when this happens, when it comes around, you may be a little confused by this. Now, it could be that someone's been messing you around for a while, so you don't sort of trust where you're being led, and you now need time out to look at this from a very different perspective. It also can mean that something the person says has enlightened you. It has brought around a new way of thinking. That's really nice to have that there. Something in the truth the person tells you actually brings you a little bit of clarity. Now, if this is a job reading, and very likely with this one, it could be job or career, then it looks like someone's going to come in and offer you. You could have been doing casual work for a while, because we do see that sort of energy of, non-stability. And perhaps you've been offered full-time work. The problem is, because someone's walked in, this Page of Swords walked in and given you something about this job. Maybe it comes with a set of conditions that you're not really sure you want to take up. So it could definitely be a work-related, business-related reading. And then we have the Moon. Yeah, you're quite right to be putting yourself in hangman mode. There's some secrets here. There are things, well, I don't really mean secrets. What I mean more is, in this particular scenario, maybe they haven't, whoever it is, hasn't given you all the information. You've still only been given, part of what's happening here, part of the information. So what this says to me is something needs to be revealed here. So whatever truth you've got that's put you into this sort of like a bit of a space of, you may have to say to them, I need to think about this for a while. Because they haven't given you all the information, it doesn't quite feel right. So it's sort of like, how you get that, what do they call it, congruence, where somebody's telling you something, but it just doesn't feel right in your gut. That's what that is. Okay, so the next card out is the Ten of Pentacles. Sorry, I'm using the Morgan Greer deck, by the way, too, so a couple of them are not so familiar to me. Ten of Pentacles is here. So this does say to me that this is a good offer. Even though perhaps everything hasn't been revealed yet, this is a good offer. However, there's just this little thing twanging here that says not everything has been revealed yet. So even though this offer's good, it shows it's good, there's still more to come. Don't sit back on your laurels, folks, and just wait for it. Okay, because then we have the Four of Cups. So maybe this offer isn't exactly what you wanted. Okay, I don't know what that is for you. Maybe someone's offered you something like a full-time role, but they've offered it to you at a lower rate. Maybe you've been offered a relationship, but you've only been offered a relationship on someone's provisions because you're not real sure you want to take this. You're definitely feeling like you deserve better. It could be that you want to take it, but this card always feels to me like it's a bit of a, not really sure if I want to move on this. Definitely a feeling of that. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Swords. So there is some worry here. Look, folks, if someone doesn't offer you what you want, don't say yes. Hold back. Tell them, but be truthful. Don't create this energy here. Say to them, I expected more. I don't want to live with you. I want to marry you. I don't want to live with you and not have children. I want to have children. Whatever it is, make sure you're speaking up, because this tells me now that you've gone into this worry, this concern. Now, this could be the other person here too, because I've got this little bit of an energy of, you know, oh, I've offered them something, they haven't taken it, and now I'm really screwed. Like that sort of energy. Okay, and then we have the Six of Wands. So whatever this is here, it will come out all right in the end. There's definitely moving towards something successful. So negotiate, folks. Whether you're the giver or the taker here, negotiate. There's nothing wrong with turning around and saying, look, that just doesn't fit my ideal. I'm not just going to see you every Friday night. I'm sorry. It doesn't fit what I want. Moving on. So please don't accept something that's not right for you and over worry about whether it is. If your workplace comes to you and says, we can offer you a role, a full-time role, you might be fearful of knocking it back, because you might be scared if you knock it back, they won't make you another offer. But there's victory here. So I'm sorry, it looks like they will. So don't commit to anything you're not 100% invested in. Okay, because look, thanks, Spirit. That's perfect, because this is what's on offer here if you stand your ground and put your boundaries in place and don't be prepared to accept anything that you are not worthy or valued for. Wonderful reading for the day. I'll put an oracle card on that. Very clear cut here. If you're going to be offered something and you're not sure it's what you want, don't take it. Or even go back with a counter offer. Don't just refuse. Don't get angry. Don't get upset. Go back with a counter offer. Yes, I love you and I want to move forward, but in order to move forward, I need more from you. Yes, I want this job, but hey, I'm not prepared to take it if you're going to pay me at a lower rate to what I deserve. They'll still want you. Okay, so the card you've got here is Let It Go. So for me, I feel like the only way you can make this work in your favour is by letting it go. Now, I know a lot of us fear if we let it go, it won't come back to us. But then if that's the case, it wasn't meant for you, folks. But I've got to say to you, a lot of people will come in with a small offer thinking they're going to get away with that. Don't do it. Let whatever it is go in order to get it back again. Thanks, guys.